Whew. Okay, YouTube, I am nervous, just a little bit shaky. Some people want to know how I would capture the audio. Right now I'm using a headset, and I like that this stays always the same distance from my mouth, so the audio sounds decent, and I can do hands free, although the other hand is holding the camera, which always ends up being just a little bit awkward. But today, I don't know why I'm nervous, but it's yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this in here is a PlayStation 5. And I have been trying to get one of these since November, as many of you. And I don't, I'm not trying to show off, but I thought a lot of people would be curious just what you get, what the unboxing experience is like, and maybe I could help some people with getting rid of some of the fear of missing out, since right now we are having a difficulty, getting these. I kept trying and running out before they'd run out of stock before I could buy it. But I got lucky. I'll probably talk along the way about how I got it. So yeah, I also started opening it, but I stopped and I realized I should show you guys. So without further ado, this double-walled outer box is ready to be opened. And I'm upside down. Let's get that experience. Alright, I opened the back of it! Yay! Okay, so let's set the phone in the thing. And hands free for a minute while I get this out of the box, because this is pretty full. And it's fairly heavy. I'm also trying not to show you my shipping label, but I think I just did. Oh well. Send me cool stuff that I could show on video. Nice carrying handle. Thank you, Outer Wrap. And thank you, customer support. So they're saying that you got order date 11/1/2020. Not quite. Not quite. But very interesting. So apparently PlayStation themselves had to order these. So I got this from the PlayStation Direct website, and look at that. It says it's ordered on the 1st. It's not exactly overnight, because right now it is the 24th of May. But that's interesting, So this must have, yeah, I don't know. That's something interesting to dig into, maybe wonder what that could mean. Also, what the heck that is. Alright. There is a cool handle here. So I am going to definitely keep this box for storage and memories and all that stuff. It kind of tends to happen anyway. And there is the front. There is the front. Free the phone. Alright. So they're boldly claiming the future where they will be able to do 8K. I personally see diminishing returns every time they increase these resolutions, but I am very excited about 120 frames per second. Require compatible display. I can't wait to try this. Okay. Just a little bit of smash, but I mean, not a big deal. So yeah, all different sides, why not? It says the name. Oh, well, what's that little text? Okay, so this comes with Astro's Playroom. It's already installed. Hopefully I don't have to do an update. There's a USB cable. I assume that's USB-C. Power cord, HDMI, which is good for 4K 120 frames hertz refresh rate. HDMI 2.1. There'll be PlayStation 5 console and controller and base. I guess the base is that little stand guy. And someday we may care about which particular revision model this is. We saw that already. I like how the actual box has to be rated because it comes with the pre-installed game. Always update it. You can pause it. But yeah, a portion of SSD is reserved. And formatting, it changes things. And then there is like this really cool holographic sticker so you know that it's authentic. And I like that. That's get in there. Okay. Nice little origami. Does this just come out of that outer shell? Knee time. Or feet. Let's use the feets. Wouldn't it suck if I dropped this? I think I mashed the box a tiny bit with my feet. Oh, and they cut a hole in the bottom. Remember that logo? I never had an original. But that's cool. I did eventually get a PlayStation Classic, which has been really fun. Oh, directions. They're like, hey, leave it up. And pull out this little section. Ooh. Okay, I bet this is like a whole box that comes up. Okay, so the top shelf box comes with a quick start guide, which I will be using. Safety. Little box here with a USB-A, USB-C cable. Okay, that'll be for charging the controller. It makes sense. Oh my gosh, I've been super waiting to feel what this is like in my hands, my pretty long, large hands. Okay, well, yeah. Wow, okay, so that firmly goes into my palm. I always had a little bit of a gap in there with the last one. The proof will be in the actual gameplay, but that should be cool. This is nice and grippy. This is I think this is much grippier than the old PlayStation 4 DualShock. They've improved their rubber, which makes me happy. What is that texture? Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Kind of a nice soft touch buttons. Slopes a bit away here, so holding one-handed kind of does want to slip away, but I mean, feels good. And the maybe a bit of a Easter egg texture of the triangles, squares, circles, and things of the grip. They don't have a huge relief, so it just kind of feels like a matte texture, but you might be able to see that there's like triangles and X's and circles and squares. And I really hope that they come out with a wireless controller with back controls. I do like paddles on the back, because otherwise I end up playing my first person shooters like this. I don't know, I'll have to get used to that. Yeah, but it seems like they've improved the controller a fair bit. It's not that heavy. Not a lot of wiggle. So like the rumble motors seem to be a little bit firmer. We'll have to see how that plays. And there's no hold up there. Much more subtle with the light. That's cool. I hope they improve the battery life too. Not having start and share, I guess, is okay. I've gotten used to it, but I kind of wish it had more. I will also test out the headphone jack. These usually are compromised because you have to share the battery life, you have to share the bandwidth of wireless. So this is like my last choice for listening to audio usually. But that, you know, at least they have a choice. And instead of a circle, we actually have like a sculpted button for PlayStation. Oh, neat. And I bet that's for the microphone. And a microphone mute. Okay. Neat. I bet it automatically turned off too because it didn't detect the PlayStation 5. Whew. What's in this? Okay, this will be that Super HDMI 2.0 cable. Of course I did it backwards. Lux Share. High-speed HDMI cable. Interesting. But yeah, this is supposed to be able to support 4K 120 hertz, unlike others. So if that's that, what's in here? This is like, is this a case? This little circle thing? No, this is going to be the stand. Okay. Ah. Seems to be 2 positions. It's kind of fun. It doesn't bend in. This is a little bit sticky, but not squishy, really. So yeah, I'll do that. Let's put this aside for now. Another reason why I like to film unboxing is so that if I have to pack it up again, I know how to go in reverse and make everything fit the way it did fit. Alright, here's the big moment. Let me put my phone in safety. So, thank you very much for your patience. Is there anything else in the box? No, it is empty inside. So that's going down there. We're accumulating quite a pile. Wonder if this was recycled. I'm sure it's recyclable. Soft texture. It's pretty heavy. And very custom shaped. Oh, this is the heart of it. Oh, it's a little bit heavy. Ah, da, 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 da. Ah, da, 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 da. Wow. Okay, so there is like, okay, so like I get that it's not like the world's most industrial design, but I was always super excited uh, when they were so bold to do such a crazy reveal, right? Okay, so oh, it looks like a air conditioner or whatever. There's like, this is like the only flat surface on the damn thing. Like it's curved, it's glossy, it's matte. The contrast of textures in here, that's so cool. So aesthetically, and my graphic design background is all like, oh, that again is more texture with the squares and triangles and jazz, the icons of PlayStation. Front USB A and C. Oh, and I'm finally going to be able to tell the difference between the power button and the eject button. I was always having trouble with that on the PlayStation 4. And it's easy to hold too, because this is like, again, a bit of a matte texture. We've got your fingerprint magnet super glossiness, and then you've got your fingerprint resistant outside. And then I guess there's that little button there. Apparently this hides connection spot or whatever. I remember watching the teardown, and they were like super clever about how you could store the different pieces when you're not using it, and how it shouldn't be too hard to adjust between using this stand and not. Let's get that stand back out here. It's fairly stable, even though I have it upside down. How does it rock when it's laying flat? It does rock a bit. Who cares? Some people will. I don't. Oh, and there's more. There's more hidden logos. How cool is that? And I guess this is for the new camera. I do have a PlayStation VR, so I'll have to get the adapter. Wow, that is like really deep down in there. Like, if that's not an air vent, whatever has to plug into that has to go really deep into the body of this thing. Interesting. And then you don't have a power brick. You have the power supply built in to the box. You don't have that like wall wart or big chunk in the middle. Oh, and USB-C, USB 3 ports. I think that's actually one more than we had last generation, because they had one on the back for powering the PlayStation VR and two in the front. And I think this is a gigabit LAN. That's cool. Alright, so I think that's it for hardware. I am going to probably disappear for a couple hours. Astro's Playroom, if it's already installed, I could see that being a very obvious first move. Aha, 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 aha. I love it. This is like little Swiss Army knife moment. So that little dot from here sits in there so you don't lose it. Oh my gosh, that's so satisfying. Like, thank you for doing that. Yum. And then I think I'll end up using it propped up, actually, if I know how. Which I don't. I think this is where the quick start guide would actually come in handy. I was going to sign off, didn't I say that, huh? But I'm just too curious. Remove the console, the rear side facing up. Screw hole cap. Okay, you'll need to reconfigure the base for the position of your console. Rotate the top and bottom part until in opposite directions until you hear a click. Always attach the base to the console. Okay. So, I believe this actually goes into the back end of it. Maybe in the lowest air vent spots. It does line up the front of it. Maybe it just touches it. I'm okay with that, you know. And then this is one of those screws that is designed that you can just use a nickel. I'm going to use my doohickey. This is literally called the Night Eyes doohickey. I have it on my keys all the time. Very handy. If you have to go through the airport and you can't take a knife with you, you know, this is a good you know, bit driver like I'm using here, but it's not really sharpened, but you can still open boxes with it. So I love this guy. It's the Night Eyes doohickey. I found it at a Home Depot. It's just enough to do stuff like this, open a can of pop, or whatever your beverage is. Measure 2 inches, which is not enough, but at least you can go 2 inches. Wow, this screws in pretty deep. Like, it's not tight yet. I'm scratching up the base a little bit. Okay, now it's tight. And that's not going anywhere. Alright, so now I can safely stand it up. Like so here. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go play with this. I will probably do a stream. Let's play some Astros Playroom. And then I want to get Returnal, but I didn't buy it yet. I think I might try one of the other older games that have been updated. Here's a manual. They've got color pictures this time. Cards. I'm going to want to learn about these cards because that's kind of like moments within the game. That's a big change from before. You can use up to 4 controllers at once. Neat. Shutting down. Put your console in rest mode. So some of these LED lights that I have use about as much power as the PlayStation 4 used when it's in rest mode. Just something to keep in mind. And then you also have other languages. Okay. So each section of the instructions, quick start guide, is only about 12 pages, so it's pretty thin. Not too much to dig into. All right, thank you. Bye. I'm gonna have fun. Hopefully, maybe I'll see you guys on a live stream.